Hello everyone. Hello. Hi. Those of you who are new here, welcome to the second live session of the Playbook. I'm Sanjana. Uh, those who are new, can I get a hello in the chat section from all of you? All those who are new and have joined us today, this is the second live session of the Playbook. I welcome all of you and our friends who are already connected with us. You all can share the link to today's session with your friends. Really delighted to welcome all of you again. Hi everybody. Hi. Hello, good evening. Hello Navgeet. Hi, it's so exciting to see all of you here. Okay. Who are new here today? Who are here for the first time? You can give me a thumbs up if you're here for the first time. Really like to see my new friends. Okay, thank you Navgeet. I'm sure you would enjoy today's session as well. I'm really happy to read your comment. I'm happy it could be fruitful to you. Hi everyone. Okay, so those who are new, you can subscribe to our channel for to explore more contents, and you can also check out our Instagram and Facebook page and our website as well. The links are given. The links to the app is given in the description below. You all can check our app as well. You're going to get regular updates for the live session here. We are going to conduct a series of YouTube live sessions where we are going to provide you with a lot of insightful contents to elevate your vocabulary, spoken English, and your command over English language. Okay, hi. All right, so welcome everyone. So I am going to start off with today's class. So before starting, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, you can do so quickly. So we are going to start today's session on the fundamental elements of grammar, where we are going to learn how we should put our words in a proper order to form meaningful sentences so that we can speak coherently. So before we start the class, I would really appreciate if all of you could send in your answers or your sentences in the comment section. So let's get started. So although there are hundreds of different grammar rules in English, there are actually only 5 fundamental principles that we all need to understand in order to be able to communicate properly. Now these elements are very vital as they apply regardless of whether you are speaking or you're writing English. You must know the proper elements in order to sound meaningful and write coherent sentences. So before we proceed into the more specialized rules of grammar and all the other contents of English grammar, let me tell you about the 5 principles that form the basic framework that you need to be familiar with while you're speaking or you're writing, so that you can write or speak grammatically correct English. So just remember, they are the foundation on which the other rules of English are built. Now we are going to look at the 5 fundamental elements of English grammar, and today we are going to do the first part. Today we are going to take up word order first and then punctuation. So what is word order? A word order is the most important element to what is known as syntax, which means the proper order that is required to write a sentence. And it's determined by the order in which it is placed. So whenever we write a sentence, we must make sure that we are writing about the subject first, followed by the verb, or if there are any adverbs that are followed after the verb. So just remember, it's the subject, then it's the verb, and then comes the adverbs. So it's very important for us to take note what our subject in a sentence is. Let's look at the example, everyone. My friend is reading a good book by George Orwell. So the subject here in this sentence is my friend. Who are we talking about? We are talking about my friend. And what is my friend doing? What's the action? The action is reading. Reading is a verb. My friend is reading a good book by George Orwell. So you see, look at the word order. Subject, verb, and then follows the adverbial phrase. Let's look at another sentence. The policeman was giving instructions to a man in a small car. Quite simple. Yes, the policeman here, the subject. Giving instruction is the action that he's doing. That is the verb. And he is giving an instruction to a man in a small car. Okay? So I hope I could clear this out. So let's get a clearer picture by looking at some examples. If we change the word order, obviously we change the meanings of these sentences. Here are the next examples where the set of words are absolutely the same, but there is a slight change in the meaning. Let's look at them. My good friend George is reading a book by Orwell. I hope you can understand the difference between the first sentence and this example. The first sentence says, my friend is reading a good book by the author George Orwell. The second sentence says, my good friend George is reading a book by Orwell. Let's look at another usage of the sentence. My good friend is reading George a book by Orwell, which means my good friend is reading his friend George a book by the author Orwell. So you can see these are all the same sets of words with different usages of the sentences, obviously giving out another meaning, right? Let's look at the second sentence. The policeman was giving instructions to a man in a small car. Can we use the same words to form another meaningful sentence? Yes. The policeman was giving instructions to a small man in a car. So you see now small car, and now that has been used as small man. Then in the third one, as we can see, the man in a car was giving instructions to a small policeman. So can you see the transition? Can you see the order of the words where they have been placed? Right? So you see, word order is very important. Now, what happens when you mess that order? Let's look at it. So, these examples in which the original word order has been changed are still completely grammatical and they use identical words, just like we saw. They also still have meaning and they are still logical sentences. So, the fact that they are still grammatical, logical, unambiguous demonstrate that in these examples, word order is the vital parameter for interpreting the meaning of the sentence. You cannot have a sentence without having a proper word order. Most often, changing the order of words in a sentence will not produce another meaningful statement. It will produce ambiguity or nonsense. So, communication is only possible if you have a proper word order. Now, let's look at another example. So the following examples, which still use the same words as those above, are unintelligible. So we might use the amusing English word gobbledygook to describe them, which means a total nonsense. So not even a computer could determine with certainty what was really meant. So as you all can see for yourself, a good Orwell book is reading by my George friend. Absolute nonsense, isn't it? Was the car to a policeman instructions in small giving a man? So, I hope this is not meaningful to all of you. So you see, there's a complete mess of the subject, the verb or the adverbial phrases that follow in these sentences. This is not the correct way to write your sentences. So you must remember that you must follow the word order. That is the subject, the verb, and then adverbs or adverbial phrases if there are any. Alright, so I hope I could clear the first element, the first fundamental element of English grammar. So let's look further. we here have a small exercise. As you can see, you have to try putting these sentences in the correct word order. Now, everyone, I would really appreciate if you could give me the correct sentences in the comment section. Yes? So, let's see them coming. Okay. I can see Alankrit's sentence. My mum made the breakfast in the morning. Okay. Alankrit, you've written two the's in the sentence. Just check for it. Are there two the? No, there's only one the. The article the is only once there in the sentence. Check it again. My mum made breakfast in the morning. Absolutely correct. Yes. Krishna, very, very good. Yes, Shaurya, now you're correct. My mum made breakfast in the morning. Yes, Navgeet. Yes, Tanishka, my mum made breakfast in the morning. Please remove the before breakfast. My mum made breakfast in the morning. Yes, Adi and Veer, you're correct. Mukta, you're correct as well. No, Mukta, please remove the before breakfast. Okay, I can see. Yeah, I can see sentences for the second one. Very nice, Alankrit. He did not play the piano in the bar this week. Yes. Or, you can make it into a question as well. Did he play the piano in the bar last week? Yes. Yes, Jyoti, you're correct. Rakhi, you're correct. Tanishka, you're correct. Yes. Right. Okay. So, everyone, can I get answers for the second one? Play in the bar. Did he last week not the piano? Let's get answers for the second one. Yes, Navgeet, he did not play piano in the bar this week. It's last week, not this week. Okay. All of you can give me your answers. We'll check the answers by the end of this exercise. Okay, Stuti, I've noted it. Okay. Wow, it's so lovely to see all these responses. Let's see another set of examples, another set of sentences here. So, must at 5 o'clock leave we the house. Quickly give me your answers. Yes, Krishna, you're correct. Did he not play the piano in the bar last week? You forgot to mention last week. Okay. Please remember there is a not in the second one. So, did he not play the piano in the bar last week? This can be a question, it can be a statement, a declarative statement, where you simply declare something. Okay, yes, Adi and Veer, last week he did not play the piano in the bar. Okay, yes. That's good. Okay, so let's look at the next set. Must at 5 o'clock leave we the house. What's the correct answer? Okay, I already see so many answers. Very good. Yes, right. Yes, Pratibha, you're correct. Rakhi. Shaurya, yes. Yes, Ranjita, that's correct. Yes, Abhyuday, right. Krishna, well done. Yes, now we're getting sentences for the next one. Okay, let's get sentences. Let's correct the last one. The library take I the book will today too. Quite a funny sentence. Let's correct it out in the comment section. Okay, Tanishka, try again. Try again, Tanishka. Yes, Stuti, you're correct. Okay. Yeah, I want to see. Yes, very good. I want to see more sentences coming up for the last one. Yes, Navgeet. Well done. Krishna, yes. Very good. Very nice. Okay. Yes, Adi and Veer. Very good. Yes, that's correct. Okay. All right, Alankrit. I will take the book to the library this week. There's no week. Look at the sentence again. Do we have week in the sentence? No. Please check again, Alankrit. Yes, Pratibha, you're correct. Mukta, yes. Shaurya. Today I will take the book to the library. Yes, that is also correct. Completely meaningful. Yes. Alright, so let's look at the correct answers of the sentences. You all can check for yourselves. Have you all written correct answers? Here. So, my mum made breakfast in the morning. Did he not play the piano in the bar? Or he did not play the piano in the bar last week? Either is correct. We must leave the house at 5 o'clock. I will take the book to the library today. So you see, placing the words in the correct order, using the subject-verb agreement properly in the sentence is very, very necessary. So remember, you must place your subjects first, then the verb, followed by adverbial phrases if there are any. Okay? So now I see a lot of answers in the comment section, but most of you all are missing out a main thing that is supposed to be in a sentence. What is that? That is punctuation. Punctuation is a very, very important part of grammar, and it is another main element of the syntax, as you can see. So it's another important element where we must take care of the proper punctuation marks that are used in many different languages. There are quite a number of punctuation marks that we use while writing English. We use the essential marks of punctuation, that is comma, full stop, semicolon, colon, question mark, exclamation mark, and quotes. Now all of you must know what the full stop really does. So it puts an end to the sentence. What does a comma do? It separates items in a sentence or puts a pause in a sentence. Next, what does a semicolon do? A semicolon is used to join independent clauses, which means it can join two independent sentences, two independent fragments of a sentence. Okay, let's see the next one, that is colon. What does a colon do? It introduces a list where you have put in an introduction and then some examples follow, or maybe there's a list that you want to show up. So how do you denote it? By using a colon. Next, I'm sure all of you must know where do we use the question mark to denote that we are asking a question, right? Then comes the exclamation mark, which we use to express some kind of wonder or surprise. So what is the expression that we use? We use exclamation mark. Then we put quotes. Now quotes, this is a very, very important punctuation mark. We use quote to indicate a phrase that someone has said or written. Especially when we are writing in English, quotes are very, very important. When you're trying to quote somebody, whatever they said can be put in quotes. What do we call them? We call them open and closed inverted commas as well. We can call them quotation marks as well. Okay, so these are the must-use punctuation marks that are the vitals of punctuation. These are the basic punctuation marks. There are a lot of punctuation marks like slash, apostrophe, or ellipsis, that is the 3 dots that you use to indicate some continuation. Okay, so now when we are speaking in spoken English, punctuation is indicated by the means of pauses, stressed words, and the modulation of voice. Now, we do have an indirect usage of punctuation while we are speaking. So, when we are speaking, to indicate a pause, to indicate a comma, we use some pauses while we are speaking, and we use some kind of stress to denote, to put some emphasis on a particular word or on a particular topic. So, even while speaking, we are using these in a form of pauses, stressed words, and voice modulations. Okay, so these are very, very important. This is something nobody should miss out. So you can see further in a very simple declarative statement where you're simply declaring something or saying a sentence, punctuation is not usually essential to the understanding of the sentence. Look at the example. My brother is called John. Quite simple, and it ends with a full stop. But as soon as the sentence becomes even a little bit complex, punctuation may be vital. Now let's look at some examples that illustrate this. So, let's eat grandma. Not a good idea at all. So you see, if you miss out on punctuation, what are you going to end up doing, right? So, then look at the next sentence. Let's eat grandma. So, can you understand the difference between the two? Now, while I'm speaking, while I'm saying the sentence out, let's eat grandma, I have not put any pauses in the sentence. So, it simply implies that I'm a cannibal and I'm ready to eat grandma. But what exactly do I mean? That I want my grandma to sit with me and eat together. So, how are you going to say this properly? Let's eat grandma. So, you see, pauses are also necessary. Let's look at the second one. Doctor, I have problems with eating, sore feet, and hair falling out. Okay, so eating, sore feet, and your falling hair, really not a good thing, right? So, how do you write it or say it properly? Doctor, I have problems with eating, comma, sore feet, comma, and hair falling out. So, you see how important comma is, where you're denoting that you have problems while you're eating, you have problems like sore feet, and you have your hair falling out. So punctuation is very, very necessary. Let's look at the next one. People who live in London are often very stressed. People who live in London are often very stressed. Can you point out the difference between the two? We'll be discussing this. Now let's look at the next one. He's won the first prize. He's won the first prize. So you see, even while writing or saying the sentences, look at the first one. It's an exclamation. It's a wonder. He's won the first prize! Exclamation mark. Then comes a question. He's won the first prize. So this is also a wonder where someone is exclaiming, he's won the first prize. But now that's a question. So obviously you denote it, you end it with a question mark. Let's look at it in details. So as we saw, the first one, it really doesn't need much punctuation. It ends with a full stop and it's much understandable. For the sentences in 2 and 5, some punctuation like a comma or a question mark is essential. So just like we saw, if we would really if we'll be really willing to eat grandma, we'll be sounding like a cannibal, right? So the second one, that is let's eat grandma, can be said by anyone who is having dinner with their grandma. The difference is implied by the presence or absence of comma in examples 2b3 and 2b5 are also very essential. As you can see, if you go to the doctor and say, Doctor, I have problems eating sore feet and hair falling out. That's not the correct way. right? So even while you're writing as well as speaking, punctuation is necessary. Let's look at the fourth example, which is just incorrect as it implies that all the people live in London, which is not true. So you see, comma is very important. People who live in London are often very stressed. People who live in London are often very stressed. So the second sentence incorrect is correct. So it denotes the people who are particularly living in London. Okay, so let's move ahead. I hope this explanation was clear to you. Now we'll jump off to an exercise where we are going to use proper punctuation marks to rewrite the sentences. So as you can see, the first sentence, we will be arriving on Monday morning, at least I think so. So what is the correct answer to this? Okay, let me see some sentences here. Yes, punctuations are very important, right? Absolutely. Quickly, everyone, quickly give me sentences with the first one. We will be arriving on Monday morning, at least I think so. What's the correct order of punctuation here? You all can rewrite the sentences here in the comment section. Mukta, you missed out the preposition on. We will be arriving Monday morning. No, please correct it out. Stuti, please correct out the preposition before Monday. All of you all can type your sentences in. Please type your sentences, rewrite them, send them to me in the comment section. We will be arriving on Monday morning, at least I think so. Alankrit. Okay. Pratibha, please reconsider your sentence. You're missing something very vital. How do you end the sentence? What is the punctuation mark that you used to end a sentence? Aditi, you can rewrite the sentence. Look at the sentence again and try to write it again. Okay, so sorry, Mukta is your mom's name. Can I know your name? Okay, Abhyuday, you have used ellipsis. Is that how you end a sentence? Write again. Yes, Alankrit, I see your sentence. We will be arriving on Monday morning. At least I think so. Yes. Okay. I will not be revealing the answers till the end. Let's do this exercise and then we'll see the answers. Okay, Shaurya. Alright. Okay, so let's get moving on to the next sentence. Some people work best in the mornings, others do better in the evenings. Okay. Right. Some people work best in the mornings, others do better in the evenings. Alright, I'll be revealing the answers by the end. Keep coming with your answers, everybody. Okay, let's move ahead to the next set of sentences. Did you understand why was I upset? Did you understand why I was upset? Right? Let's see. Let's get answers for this one. Okay. Okay. Can I see answers for this one? Did you understand why was I upset? Let's get answers. Everyone, come on, type your sentences. No, give me the whole sentence. Yes, Tanishka, you're almost correct. Shaurya, yes, there's a slight mistake in your sentence. Please write it again. Shaurya, yes. Okay, let's do the fourth one. The girl's father sat in a corner. What are we really going to use here? Yes, Abhyuday, you're correct. Right, absolutely correct, Abhyuday. Okay. Okay, come on, give me answers for the fourth one. The girl's father sat in a corner. Yes. Abhyuday, you're correct. Pratibha, you're correct. Alankrit, yes, correct. Stuti, yeah. Stuti, rewrite it. Try again. Let's try again. Come on. Yes, Soumitra, you're correct. Very good. Yes, Pratibha, right. Shaurya, very good. Aditi, no, I might want you to try again. Yes, Adi and Veer, absolutely correct. Okay, I think it's time to reveal the answers. Let's see. Okay, keep an eye here, everyone. So, we will be arriving on Monday morning. At least, I think so. Let's go back to the sentence again. Look at the sentence. We will be arriving on Monday morning, at least I think so. Now, as you see, when I'm speaking it, there are no pauses in my sentence. No pauses while I'm speaking, no stress on any word. Now, when I'm reading it out using the proper punctuation, we will be arriving on Monday morning. At least I think so. Okay, so you see, what is the punctuation mark really doing here? So it's denoting that this is what I think. So I think we will be arriving on Monday morning. At least I think so. Now, why have we used a semicolon here? So as I told you already, semicolon denotes two independent clauses, right? So we will be arriving on Monday morning. It's a complete meaningful sentence here. So now if I say I think so, we will be arriving on Monday morning. That is also clearly making sense, right? If we were to write the sentence simply like we will be arriving on Monday morning, full stop, it would have made a complete sense. But we are again adding another clause, that is, at least I think so. So you see what is the hyphen as well as the semicolon doing here along with the full stop. Now, most of you have made mistakes, a very, very basic mistake, that is capitalizing your sentences. So capitalizing your sentences, the first letters of the first words are always important. So remember, you must capitalize the first word of a sentence. Okay, so look at the second one. Some people work best in the mornings, others do better in the evenings. What's the answer to this? Some people work best in the mornings, others do better in the evenings. Okay, so some people work best in the mornings. It itself is a proper sentence. Others do better in the evening. So we are putting in two clauses which mean the same thing, right? So some people work best in the mornings, some prefer the evenings. Let's move on to the third one. Did you understand why was I upset? Now it's completely clear that we are using a question here. So, did you understand why was I upset? There will be no comma after did you understand. It's simply going to have a question mark at the end. Alright, so did you understand why was I upset? Question mark. Now let's look at the last one. The girl's father sat in a corner. Now, what's the use of apostrophe? Apostrophe is used to denote some kind of possession. Okay, so you see, whose father are we talking about? The girl's father. So, the girl's father sat in a corner. Full stop. So, I hope you got all the answers here and I hope I could clear all your doubts. So, we have now come to the end of the session, the fundamental elements of grammar, part 1. We will be having the second session on fundamental elements of grammar on Friday, that's 23rd of July. Okay, so you all can stay tuned. We all will be starting with the live at 6 p.m. So if you all have any doubts, you all can stay and mention them in the comment section. Okay, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more such sessions. Remember, all these sessions are free, so all of you can join and learn something really productive from these sessions. So please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. So we're going to see you next time. If you all have any doubts here, you all can clear it out in the chat section. Do not forget to join the third live session, that is the second part of the fundamental elements of grammar.